We have.
So before Binder leaves, if he's in the other room still, this is me and Dave Coulier doing the actual brothers, Bob Einstein and Albert Brooks. Roll that, please.
Yep. A lot of people don't realize you watching at home. You know him as Super Dave Osborne, but we've been brothers our whole lives. People don't realize my last name is actually Einstein. So Dave Einstein, Bob Einstein, you're Dave, I'm all right. Bob, what are your memories of Dad and the radio show? Because Mom didn't think it was funny, and
our father was a wonderful man. He was the first.
What do you want to talk about, Sammy?
I don't
know. Let's talk about the year.
Let's talk about
the year that was.
Let's talk about it.
Peels actually in his slippers. It was a wonderful, wonderful trick. I tried it years later. It never worked for me. That was the brilliance of our father.
You kept falling down.
I did.
Yeah.
Yes, it was just.
He could ride a bike with the bananas in his slippers.
He could do anything with bananas, and that was what our mother loved about him.
I always thought it was the cheese. I thought she loved the cheese.
Well, she did. She loved cheese. She loved bananas. She loved cheese on bananas, and I think that is one of those moments that I really don't want to touch. That's really, I think, between our parents.
You're probably right.
Yes, absolutely.
Now, you told me that you once walked in on them. It's every kid's nightmare.
I did.
Yeah, you walked in on them.
I walked in, I ran out. Because I went in there, all I could smell was cheese and bananas. That's all I could smell. It was a horrible thing. And that's when I came up with the Super Dave Osborne idea when I was running out of that room.
I've got to fall and crack.
I yelled Fuji, and that was it. And the show was born.
It was born that day. I never knew that until now. There must be a reason we've never actually worked together. Could you imagine what that reason would be?
Well, I hate you, first of all. Second of all,
actually, it's not true. In Modern Romance, we had that great scene at I go to buy the shoes.
And when I kid when I say I hate my brother because he's a brilliant man.
That's true.
And we should actually work more often together.
You were just this last season of the Larry David Show.
I was a good kid, funny. Can't make the banana peel and cheese bit work at all.
No.
I brought it up during several punch-ups during,
Didn't you have scenes with Richard Kind?
I did, yes, I did, yes.
And what was your feeling getting away from the Richard Kind experience?
Well, what he did was he kept staring at my hairline, and I didn't appreciate that. I didn't appreciate that at all. I paid a lot for this.
Have you met Richard Kind?
I have.
Yeah.
I have.
We deserve an applause break.
A little applause.
Oh, yes, please.
That was for you, actually.
Oh, no, I was applauding Richard Kind. I've never done that before, so I thought, I want to see what that feels like.
Past episodes, in that case with Dave Coulier. My guest now here on the 1-year anniversary show was a part of show number 1, as we said earlier. And he came back when we had our only day of cancellation. I think you came back that show out of guilt because you helped book that guest.
I didn't come back out of guilt. You couldn't stop me from coming back. It was a thing where I was on the first show. You probably said something polite like, "Hey, come back. You're welcome anytime." And I went, "Whoa, joke's on you, asshole. I'll be here every fucking week."
And we can't fucking get rid of him.
Get rid of me now. Are you kidding?
So every week since, and I can't thank you enough, buddy. It's really been a lot of fun. And other than every now and then you and Jamie will get angry with each other, but it hasn't happened in a while.
She only gets angry with me. I never get angry at her.
Oh, that's true.
I'm bitching about him right now.
Yeah. It's what we do. Sammy?
Yes, sir.
What's new?
Well,
let's look back on the year.
Let's take a good look back at this year.
Shall we?
We had some fun adventures.
If you had to pick, if you had to choose, assuming the person's not here, who was your least favorite guest?
Oh, this sounds weird to say. My least favorite guest was a guest I was not even here for. And I realized I could potentially cost myself work.
Sure.
Jane Campion put me to sleep. Like, I listen to that interview when I'm having an insomnia problem, and I am out like a light in 12 minutes max.
That is Ice World.
I mean, she's a wonderfully, amazingly talented woman.
Yes.
But Oh, Bright Star. Ugh.
Instant sleep
Oh,
take.
just done.
One of our 5 Academy Award winners.
We got Jane Campion coming in now.
Yeah.
Oh, I just,
What are the chances?
It was a bit. I was doing. I want to be naked like Harvey Keitel in the movie
Yeah.
with an instrument.
So Jane Campion, your least favorite.
That's probably my least favorite.
Right.
Or maybe well, no, they were very sweet. The musicians.
They were on the same show.
I know, but I can't pronounce their names. Igor and
Nice.
Glenn.
They do have last names from different countries. Yeah, Glenn and Mar.
Glenn and Mar.
Yeah.
I knew I'd get it. Glenn and Mar, they're lovely people.
He told fantastic stories.
They
about
were fantastic
meeting
stories.
Van Morrison. You didn't care for it.
Well, you know what? The musicals. It's the
music?
It's the music.
They're not from musical. Oh, you mean the movie?
The movie once, and people are like, it's a movie for people who don't like regular musicals. I'm like, no, I don't care for music in the movie if it stops the movie.
Right.
That's my issue.
I see.
With musicals.
Right. So if you got a call tomorrow,
Yes.
and they're doing a big musical, and they want you to play one of the main characters,
Yes.
and the filmmaker is somebody fantastic that you admire.
Jane Campion.
No, that you admire.
All right. I admire her.
And then your answer would be.
My answer would be absolutely, because I'm a whore for money, but I won't see this thing. I won't tell my friends to see it.
Right.
But
All right,
I'll be there.
And
on
how
set.
about a highlight, guest-wise, here on the show over the past year for
Oh,
you?
man, that's a tough one. But, I mean, for me personally, Weird Al.
Yeah.
Getting him for the show was just
Yeah.
mind-blowingly amazing.
And very
that
funny.
Guy just shaped my outlook as a comedian, as a young guy getting into the world of comedy. So deeply influential. Almost, but not quite as influential as, say,
The host.
Paul F. Tompkins.
Nicely done. Nicely done.
No, you, sir.
Yes, well.
Capo.
Well.
Come
Please. Please. Sorry, so other than Weird Al, because that was an obvious choice, who was another guest that you loved?
Well, I mean, I love
Or that you learned something about that you didn't know, that sort of thing. Because, God forbid the show is insightful every now and then.
This is true.
And you've sat through a lot of people talking.
Howdy.
So we got some regrets now that you've committed yourself to.
A few, really. I mean, now this is almost like if I stop showing up every week, you're either going to think I'm a quitter, or it's like, well, he didn't get anything out of this, so he's out of here. That Twitter game wasn't enough to hold on to Levine.
Right.
No, now it's almost like a challenge.
Mark Evan Jackson's going to come on, because you mentioned the Twitter game, and I think we need to do a Twitter game.
Oh, yeah.
Would you please host one?
I would love to.
All right, so maybe we'll do Mark Evan, and then who should we pit him against? Maybe Jamie? No, she's seen all the questions.
That
doesn't work at all.
Seen some of those.
And Kate's not here because she screams every week. I knew that.
Yeah, we could pit him against Acker and or Blacker.
We can't do the 3 chairs. That's the only thing.
Yeah,
I guess we could go Acker versus Blacker.
That's probably the way to do it.
Yeah.
Acker versus Blacker.
But actually, wait a minute. What am I saying? It's supposed to be them against me. Mark Evan Jackson against me. And then if it goes well, we'll go Acker versus Blacker.
We could always round robin it.
Right?
Yeah.
We'll round robin it. How many questions do you have?
I prepared 11 tweets.
Okay. Yeah. Then I'll tell you what. I can't thank you enough.
My pleasure. Let me just say.
Yes.
Let me just say.
All right.
I'm physically incapable of sucking your dick the way Jason Calcanis was metaphorically able to do at the top of the show.
With a cake?
With a cake. But this...
That's him laughing.
That better
so
be.
Congratulations. Yeah! You can come back next week.
If someone were to say to me, Sam, what has been the highlight of your career the last several years, my answer would be getting to do this show with you every week. Because you are an exceptional man, a wonderful host, a fantastic comedian, and a great friend.
Oh, man. Doesn't get better than that. Good luck to the next guest.
Thank you, sir.
All right, we have one more clip package. Eddie Izzard, Paul F. Tompkins, Weird Al you mentioned, David Koechner, Nick Kroll, and a few other surprises. So enjoy this last of our clip packages. And we'll be right back with another surprise guest here on our 1-year anniversary show, coming up on the 1 hour, 42-minute mark. Yep, sorry, we're going a little bit longer. We had just cut the show back to a tight 90, and here we are breaking the rules again. Once again, enjoy this package of clippings, and we'll be right back with the people. Roll it.
When they came over, they said, "Oh, you're not a stand-up." And I went, "I am a stand-up. I've worked hard to be a stand-up." And they're saying, "Oh no, you're a monologist." And they were trying to. I wish I didn't know quite what that meant, but
They being the promoters?
no, the people, audience people, and they would come up to me in New York and say this. And
You're
it was
too
because,
great to be a stand-up.
well, they were trying to pull me out of this thing of because they thought stand-up was, hey, it was your hometown, my haircut, yeah. Does anyone eat spoons? Spoons. God, my dad had a spoon in there.
It's the most commonly used phrase of the FDR fireside chats. You know, the thing he said more than anything else during this fireside chat. I do not. What else is going on?
He was the first stand-up.
He did not
in a
plan
very
them out.
strange way.
Not plan it out very well at all.
Oprah, Paris, or Demi. Tweet number 1. I just read some story online that I demanded lobsters on a movie set.
Ow!
Did you point?
Yes, Al?
Okay. Paris Hilton.
That's correct! Oh, yes! Correct.
I played a lot of instruments. This is now, we're talking 10, 11, 12.
How many instruments were we playing at 12?
Oh, a handful, maybe 5 or 6.
So you had no outside hobbies.
My wife still had her ovaries, and still does. And I still had my cum, and I still do. So they told us you can still have babies.
You know, it's interesting that you happen to mention that last thing, because I had that not being the case.
No, it is the case, and I can prove it. And I'll prove it on your chat show.
No.
Saw The Aristocrats.
Oh, no.
And I was watching The Aristocrats, and I was enjoying it. And then when your thing came on, it was so... I had tears in my eyes because it was so damn funny because you played it so straight and as if it was really a story that Christopher Walken was telling in his sort of bizarre, nightmarish sort of way.
Oh, master, I done picked all that cotton outside. Could you not use my teeth to put in your mouth?
What is that character's name? That's a
I
keeper.
think it's the gay slave. I don't love physical dessert pie, but I love the number pie.
What is it about physical dessert pie that you don't like, and please don't ever call it that again? Bob,
What are your memories of Dad and the radio show? Because Mom didn't think it was funny, and
Our father was a wonderful man. He was the first man that I ever saw actually going to work with banana peels actually in his slippers.
You know I'm going to meet you in Vegas. What do you want? How do you want it? You want to punch in the cock or do you want to punch in the fucking head?
Punch in the cock.
What do you want? You tell me. How do you like it?
I don't want anything, Billy.
When I made my first film, people would give me compliments as if,
how is this possible?
yeah, I painted a painting with my feet because I was born without hands. Like, it was just like, you made a movie. Like, you know, like just this is incredulous that it could happen.
And there's Jason Lee. Jason Lee? No, Jason Reitman. I don't think we had Jason Lee in that one. We had him in the last one. All right. Sitting at the table now on our 1-year anniversary celebration, Mark Evan Jackson. Hello, sir.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm well, thanks.
Thanks
for having me. It's 1 year.
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was 10. Well, even so. Even so, congratulations. It's less of an accomplishment than but I mean, whatever. It's just 1 year. Every week?
Sensing, not even every week.
Yeah.
We missed about 7 or 8 weeks.
Good heavens. only 52 in a year, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't even hit the 45 mark. I know. You seem disappointed, if not taken aback.
If it were me, absolutely. But for you, I think that's fine. I mean, I think that's,
right.
You know.
For me, it's an accomplishment.
Yeah, I think doing the best one can is the best one can do.
In my case.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, happy anniversary, sir.
Happy anniversary to you. This is exciting, and you're a groundbreaker.
As it were.
Ground. What are you laughing at?
Yeah, you were a part of the big drones ensemble.
Someone has pointed out that
It's for us. It's our fan from Scotland.
Is it meant to say drones under every person, under every house?
It is.
Apparently it is.
It's a big budget movie. Drones. A lot of people in it.
Big deal.
Oh, the lower third. Yet Another Person is Jones. They had that for you too?
I presumably.
They
Oh,
did.
I see.
They did, and they're
Now
about to with the writers of Drones, Acker and Blacker as
Look.
well. What's that say?
It says you're dronesmovie.com.
I'm Drones.
I'm Drones.
I'm a drone.
Yeah. Put it up for me, just for shits and giggles. Put it on mine too.
Somebody type something.
Yeah.
Somebody type something.
I
was here for the drones thing because we went to we were in competition at the Slamdance Film Festival.
What was your experience like? We talked to James briefly when he came
What did he
by.
say?
He said he had a good time and he wasn't sure if you had a good time.
I had a great time in Park City, Utah.
Uh-huh.
It was far larger than I thought. It is. I had been to the Aspen Comedy Festival several times, and Aspen is very compact, very concentrated. And the city of Park City is much larger. I mean, there's a bus system, and there's public transport. But I had a great time. It happens concurrently with the Sundance Film Festival, which is a giant. Is the word clusterfuck? Is that the word?
Let me look it up. Hold on. Yep, clusterfuck. Says it right here.
Yes. It's a giant affair. But I had a great time, and I was shown the ropes of how to navigate the world of getting shit for free by your own Sam Levine.
You went schwagging with our Sam Levine? Because there's no better swagger, I would think.
Sam Levine can get some shit for free.
It's the Jew in me.
I don't know.
Comes out.
And also, it's the great lover of all things show business related that helps too.
Oh, I mean, that is a not inconsequential part of it. I mean,
Yeah.
Sam is great at navigating. Sam, whom I don't generally like, but this is one thing that I do appreciate about Sam. Is it seemed to me, especially over that week, that you remember everyone you've ever come across ever. Is that true?
I try to.
A guy came up to you and said, "Sam, you won't remember me. We auditioned for something 4 years ago, and you said Jason Barber," and he was like, "Oh my God, yeah."
What I'm doing is I just shout out a name, and you were there for the 1 out of 300 times that I guessed correctly.
Well, you got
More
it right.
importantly, it's not so much the Bill Clinton thing where he memorizes your name when he meets you.
Precisely.
It is more the he remembers every job he didn't get, so he would remember a guy from an audition.
Maybe so.
Yeah.
It wasn't clear who got it, but now I believe it may have been Jason Barber.
I would be impressed if that in fact was his name.
It was Jason.
It was Jason?
Wasn't
Wow.
it? Oh, you don't remember now? Let's
Take
go
it
back
all
in time.
back.
Let's go
Take
back
it
in time.
all
Take the whole story back.
What, did you have a favorite swag moment?
Yes, I had my favorite track moment, which was indicative of who I am as a human being.
Oh, let's go there.
Because we get into the one of the very impressive tents, and there's stuff for free, and I don't even remember exactly
Black & Decker.
For whom I've worked
pronounced Acker
doing
and
commercial
Blacker.
work.
Yeah.
No, there was stuff, I don't know, giant watches and jewelry and perfume. And the one thing I did take was Stella Artois, because that seemed like something worthy of my level of fame. But we got to one of the places, and everybody, I had the requisite bracelet or whatever to get the free stuff from the gifting tent. And Sam had been through, and I think James had been through, and some of the more famous elements of the movie Drones had gone through, and everybody's like, "You can. I mean, that you're part of it. You can, or whatever." And I was like, "I don't really want anything." And everybody was like, "No." It became high school. It became peer pressure, and everybody was like, "No, you should. You really have to." And I turned to my wife. I was like, "Do you want any of this stuff?" And she's like, "No." And it was cold that day. She was like, "I don't know, maybe a parka." I went over to the Under Armour thing, and I was like, "I don't know. Tell me about these parkas." And they went like, "Oh, yeah." And they looked at these two young girls, probably making an hourly wage, which is fine. But these two young girls make sure I have the bracelet. I do. And then they look at each other like, "Oh, And they go, "We're sort of trying to hang on to the parkas for our more high profile." And I was like, "Fuck this." And just laugh. Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't want your shit to begin with.
That was your memorable moment?
I didn't get anything.
You started to say that like it was going to be a great story.
That was a very good story.
It was a good story. It was a sad
It's
story.
a sad story.
It's a heartbreaking story.
You're too dapper for those parkas.
Hold
Look at
against
you.
me. I don't wear nylon.
Clearly.
No, I had a great time. I am a person who does not want anything to which I'm not entitled. Like the swag thing makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I've talked about this at length in the past. I could never enjoy a concert or a piece of theater or sporting event. I don't go to sporting events, but I could never enjoy that if I had moved down from the seats I purchased into more expensive empty seats, because I would sit there the entire time thinking, someone's about to go up to me and go, "I'm sorry, can I see your ticket?" Like I can't do
Right.
that thing.
Right.
If I haven't paid for it and am entitled to be there, I can't enjoy it all the way.
Right.
I'm with him on
That
this.
speaks to your character, and yes, my
I
better
couldn't,
half,
like, when we
Jamie-
went to Cannes and that guy showed up with the sunglasses, like, I wasn't just, they didn't have any I liked, and I wasn't just going to take them to take them.
Yeah.
You know?
That's a completely different story than I've just told, but yeah, that I suppose you're a good person too. I don't know.
Were you?
She tried to relate to you.
Yeah, that's hard to do. I think that's hard to do.
You were raised like staunchly like Irish Catholic or something.
I'm neither Irish nor Catholic.
I know. It's like
No, I don't know what it
serious
is.
guilt
I
thing
was.
you have
I don't
going
know.
on.
I don't know. It's one thing about Slamdance. Yes, I'm Amish, clearly, because of the Argyle. I don't know. I don't want to get into a party to which I'm not invited. I don't like standing in line and trying to justify myself to somebody wearing a headset carrying a clipboard that I'm meant to be there. And
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. I
It's
don't know
called
how we
some-
got on this path. Happy anniversary.
No, you're probably trying to figure out if you really want to be here.
In this show?
No, we're sitting here right now.
No, I know. That's what I mean. That was answered long ago. Mhm.
You just were kind enough to participate in a little web series that some of us here, Sam is involved also, and Jamie worked on, and our own Mike Rotman produced, and I somehow directed. Your work is exemplary, as was expected.
Cheers, thank you.
And we're going to have a little, looks like we're gearing towards the 9th of April. I hope you're in town. It's a Friday.
I'm here.
To do some sort of screening.
That'd be great.
Yeah, and you're really great in this. And
I'm in it for about 4 seconds for the record, I think, right?
19.
Okay. That's more than I'm typically given. That's great. I've heard good things. Some people, when I arrived here today, had good things to say about the piece.
Yeah.
It's about vampires.
Yeah.
What is when is it going to be released?
We're going to debut on Babblegum.com a week from tomorrow.
Oh, that's great.
Is that right? Yeah, a week from tomorrow. March 29th is our current launch date.
That's great.
It's 6 episodes. They'll air 1 per week, and then it'll continue to run there God knows how long.
Now, what's happening with this show? Now that you've got, 30 or 40 under your belt, which seems, but anyway, now that you've done this, what's next? I heard you say that you roped it into a tight 90 and are now blowing it out again. What's the?
Maybe the future machinations?
Yeah.
Well, we do have some great guests coming up. We have Danny Stern next week, and
Wow.
I mentioned Henry Winkler and Nick Cassavetes and Sherry O'Terry. I'm just going through a couple of them that are booked at present.
That's great.
Yeah, and it's nice because we found a way to. First, it was 2 guests.
Okay.
And I would do a little over an hour with each. And then when it was only 1 guest, I still didn't want to do only an hour, and it still expanded and stayed like a 3-hour show.
Sure.
So then my crew kept saying, we really can't give you this much of our lives. and no one, and Jamie's like, everyone's complaining in the chat room that you really need to stop fucking talking, and it can't be 3 hours. It's
Now
ridiculous.
they know that they can go to something else, right?
No, they can't go to something else.
Are we piped into the prisons? I don't.
Well, see, that was the thing. I kept sort of enjoying the fact that there was nothing quite like this anywhere, not realizing that maybe there was a reason that there was nothing like it, because no show should go 2.5 hours. So we then cut it back to 90, which we did 1, maybe twice.
Okay.
And it felt fantastic. And then we did the Oscar thing, which you were kind enough to participate
That was fun.
in,
I had
which
a
was
good
a
time.
blowout, a 5-hour show, which of course the Oscars were the reason for that.
Sure.
And then we came back and did roughly an hour and a half. And then Annie Duke went a little longer, but we're
That was last week, the week before?
last week was Annie Duke,
Yeah.
yeah. And so yeah, the notion is that we're going to do an hour and a half, and now we're approaching 2 hours with today's anniversary show.
Oh, that's
and we have
fine.
so much show left.
Really? Because
we're
I thought it
going
was
to
just
do-
Acker and Blacker.
We're going to do a little Twitter game. If you dare take on the competition of me versus you.
Please. Yeah, how do we play? What's come?
Well, I'm going to introduce our host, Sam Levine.
What the?
To explain the
What?
rules of the game.
Why did he just get cash out?
Because it's not my cash, you see.
What just happened?
This cash comes from the wallet of one Jason Calcanis.
Oh.
And it is the prize you play for when you play Tyra Paris. or Demi?
Tyra, Paris, or Demi?
That's the name of the
favorite
game.
Twitter game.
How do the rules work, Sammy?
Well, here's how it goes. I'm going to read a series of, because it's the anniversary show, 11 tweets. And then you are going to ring
What
in.
is the relation between it being an anniversary and the number 11?
It's our 11th anniversary.
Oh, okay.
Of our second month doing the show.
Perfect.
Now, you were going to ring in.
Point system. Oh, no, the ring in.
Yeah,
ring
you
in.
got to ring in. First, you're going to say your name.
Okay.
That's how you ring in.
Yeah.
Because my eyes are closed most of the time. I'm looking at the paper. I don't know which one he's ringing in, so make sure you say your name, and then I will point to whoever has rung in, and then you have 3 seconds to say whether you believe the tweet I just read was penned by Tyra
Banks,
Paris
Hilton,
or Demi.
Demi Stevens?
Demi Lovato.
Wow. You went
Demi Moore. Demi Moore.
Demi Moore.
Demi Moore.
Demi.
Kutcher.
Mrs. Kutcher.
Mrs. Kutcher.
Yeah, okay.
Kutcher's old lady.
Now you go ahead and you get yourself a correct answer. You're gonna get 5 points.
Now, is it fair that my name is way longer than Kevin Pollock?
You can just say Medj.
Okay.
You can just say
Oh, no,
Jackson.
you say Mark. Just your first
You
name.
can say
I'm
Mark.
I'll say all three.
Okay.
You could say M.
I'll get it in there.
You could actually just say M.
Really?
Yeah, and be that guy.
M. But if you get yourself a wrong answer, my friend, I'm going to take 3 points away from you.
So
how many do I start with?
5 points for
Start with
correct
0.
answer and -3 for incorrect.
Okay.
And if Kevin rings in and gets it incorrect, you cannot ring in and try to guess. We move on.
Because the odds change.
That's correct. That is correct. Here we go.
Math.
Everyone's favorite game.
For 20 bones out of Cal Canis's wallet.
Paris Tyra. Where to me? Tyra Paris to me. Tweet number 1. Dang, these chicken wings were so good.
Mark Evan Jackson. Tyra Banks.
That's the most racist thing you have ever done.
You don't know me.
Racist, but
correct.
not wrong.
Boom.
Boom. Leave that 20 where it is. We got 10
I'm
Wait a
going to
minute. Are
visually
you
represent-
saying that racism was rewarded with correctness?
I'm afraid so.
Oh, Tyra.
I was throwing you off there.
Not
Tweet.
all racism
Number 2.
is culturally inaccurate.
There he said it.
To quote the great Nick Kroll, you know who loves fried chicken?
Everybody.
Black people. You know who else loves fried chicken?
Everybody,
else.
because it's delicious.
delicious.
That shit is delicious.
There you go. Tweet number 2. Getting ready to watch the Pacquiao versus Clottey boxing match.
Mark Evan Jackson.
Yes, sir.
Demi.
I would have said Paris.
Well, did you? Because I don't think you did.
No, I didn't.
You might want to put that beverage down because he would have gotten that point, sir.
But
you are incorrect.
But he didn't. I'm still up 2, right?
No, you're not. You got it wrong.
No,
Yeah,
he's
but I'm
up
up
2.
2.
You're up 2. You're up 2. And I've yet to ring in.
Is that how you play? You just lay back? You just wait?
He just waits. He lies and waits.
You're like Apollo Ono.
We got 11. We're going through this thing. Tweet number 3. Is that Yoko Ono across the room? I can't tell. I'll do a fake trip to the bathroom to get a closer look at her. Maybe we'll drop a pen at her table.
Maybe he'll drop a pen at her table? Yeah. Is that what you said?
That's what I said. Maybe we'll drop a pen at her table.
These are real tweets?
These are real things that came out of these batshit crazy women.
What happens if neither one of us ring in? This has never happened before.
Well, somebody's got to. I'm just going to penalize both of you if
Daytona.
nobody
No,
rings in.
Mark Evan Jackson.
Yes, sir.
Demi.
Nah.
No.
She's the most likely to carry a pen.
While that is true, I'm going to give you a bonus point for that.
No,
Cheers.
No, I have to award him a bonus
He's
point.
-1. He's either -1 or dead even.
I'm going to give him dead even.
Oh, my God.
Well, now it's even.
It better not be the one that breaks it. All right, here we go.
Steven.
I'm going to
All
ring
right.
in this time.
All right. Tweet number 4. Thank you, Twitterverse, for your help supporting someone in pain
Mark
last
Evan
night.
Jackson, Demi. Boom. Nia Vardalos. Suck it.
That's correct. I'm afraid that's correct.
Why does Nia Vardalos suck it?
Well, I mean, she helped, actually.
Did she?
Saved that guy's life.
Oh, I must have missed that. Now, this one, I'm going to read the exact text as it was written.
What have you been doing to this point?
Well, you'll see why. So bummed Akex Lambert got voted out as he has an amazing voice. Did the judges screw him with their feedback?
Kevin. Tyra.
Paris.
To me!
Oh, my
to
God.
me! Mrs. Kutcher.
+4 to -3.
Yeah.
7-point swing.
this
I need 2 in a row.
This is terrible. Here we go. Tweet number 6. Just had a beautiful candlelit dinner on the beach in front of the house with the family. Such a beautiful
Kevin.
evening.
To me.
Mark Evan Jackson to me. Who did you hear
I want
first?
to take that off because that'd be Paris Hilton.
Wow.
The family.
What family?
Paris is always hanging out with the family.
We totally
Wow.
assumed.
So much arrogance in this game.
All right, -6 to +4, now a 10-point swing.
Tweet
I think the
number
arrogance was here before the game.
7. Tweet number 7.
Yeah, out of 11.
Thank you to everyone who has already jumped in and voted for me on the Pepsi Refresh idea.
Mark Evan Jackson, Tyra.
Gotta be.
No!
Oh!
Dimmy. Oof. Wow, you guys are just sucking up the joint. Tweet number 8. Not such a happy Saturday. My thoughts are with all of those who have been affected by the earthquakes.
Kevin. To me.
Ooh, you almost said Tyra, which would have been correct.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, this is just...
So do you put in an extra 20? Is that what happened?
You know, this game is a lot closer than you guys think.
Okay.
How
do you figure? Because
For the
he's down
record.
9 and I'm plus.
For the record.
Okay.
Yeah.
This could go anyway.
If I get the next 2, we're tied.
That's right. Here we go. The hell was that one? Tweet number 8? Yeah, tweet number 9. Here we go.
Read one we've already done and I'll get it right.
Very good. Who wouldn't want the skill of how to rule the world from your couch? I don't know.
That's painfully obvious. I can't believe you haven't rung in yet. What a wuss. Unbelievable.
I'm not going to take
Who
the bait.
wouldn't
Kevin.
want the skill of how to rule the world from your couch?
Mark Evan Jackson, Tyra Banks.
And the game's getting closer. That would be Demi
Really?
Moore.
Really?
That would be Demi Moore. So look at you. You're now
-2.
-2.
Yeah, but I'm net positive. I mean, I'm above.
So now you just separated by 7 with 2 tweets to go. This is it, gang.
All
Here we
right.
go. Number 10.
Then reach.
Was a beautiful sunny day in NY today. Went shopping at Topshop today. So many cute things.
Jamie's just whispered, this one's very obvious.
To which we both responded.
Yeah.
Really?
What?
If you're a woman, I think this one's very obvious. Read it one more time.
Here we go. Was a beautiful sunny day in NY today. Went shopping at Topshop today. So many cute things.
If we knew what Topshop was, then I think it
wouldn't
would
matter.
be. Oh, that's not the obvious part. NY? What's the obvious part, you think?
So many cute things.
Cute things. Demi would not say that.
When did you begin helping? Because that was not clear to this point.
Kevin Paris.
Oh, we got ourselves a game. That is correct.
Really?
Yeah, look at that. The
It was
score
way
is
off. I
currently
thought it was Tyra because
-4
she
to
lives in
-2.
New York.
Yeah.
It is. This is it.
Wow, this is so.
This is it.
Is this number 11?
So exciting.
Yeah, this is it.
Once again, it can be won by either side
the
on the
11th
last question.
and final tweet.
And that's why
Wow.
It's really exciting.
I know.
This is oh man, I might as well just not have read those first 10.
I can't
When
believe
was
this
the last time you had a quarter of this much fun?
isn't on network television.
Someday, my friend.
Yeah, right?
Tweet number 11. This is it.
Out
gang.
of 11.
For the whole deal. I had a fantastic frozen dinner tonight. Lemon chicken with rice. Don't hate on frozen dinners. The right ones are yummy and healthy ingredients.
Kevin.
Mark Evans.
I actually heard you start to
Yeah,
say your name.
I heard it
I thought
too.
you were
Yeah.
done because there was a lot of.
It's
No,
all right.
I heard you say your name.
Mark Evan
first.
Jackson, Tyra.
Ladies and gentlemen, a stunning come from behind victory goes to Mark Evan Jackson.
Always in the lead from the first question.
Can I say that I feel bad having won twice on chicken references to Tyra Banks? Like that's
You should.
not.
She has no one to blame but
For
herself.
the record, the last one, my clue is don't hate. That seems like something more likely to come out of her mouth. It seems. I just
Now,
want
why
to.
would it be more likely to come out of her mouth?
Don't hate on. That seems like
Yeah.
something more likely to come out of what I've witnessed on her television program, of which I'm an enormous fan. Then chicken. I just I feel bad about that. But
Well, I
Feel
bookended it
bad?
with chicken.
all that shit is delicious.
Thank you, Sam.
Hey, my pleasure.
Thank
Better
you
luck
very
next
much.
time. Next year you'll get them.
Yeah. I'm
Thank you,
coming.
Sam.
I'm
Hey, my
coming
pleasure.
for you next year.
What's that?
when we play this game again at our second
I love
anniversary.
it. Should we put this in a frame, put it on the wall?
I could sign it to you.
Let's make that happen.
When Dave Keckner was here,
Yeah.
I took 20 from him, because that's the way we played it that time.
Sure.
He signed the 20 to me, and it's in my wallet to this day.
Oh, that's fantastic. You just haven't spent it yet.
Nope.
Okay.
Marcus,
Sir.
other than the web series that I spoke of,
Yeah.
and the drone screening is the 13th of April.
It is.
At the Egyptian.
Correct.
Very excited about that.
I am as well. Dronesmovie.com. It's a charity screening for 826LA, which is a fantastic charity started by Dave Eggers, and they do after-school tutoring for public school kids here in Los Angeles and all around the country, and they also do publishing. They publish the works of young people, and it's really exciting. It's some of the McSweeney's Press folks, and it's a neat organization. So it's a chance to come out and see drones for the first time on the West Coast, first time since the Slamdance Film Festival, and a great opportunity to support a great organization as well.
And you can get into the exclusive cool after party with the cast and crew.
That's true, for a tax-deductible donation.
And so to get this information, I just go to dronesmovie.com.
I believe we can get you there, yeah.
Dronesmovie.com will get you all the information you need to donate to the cause, to show up, to have a great night, to meet some of the cast and yourself.
And more other people from the same Acker and Blacker family will be performing at the Largo show, the thrillingadventurehour.com, which is on the 3rd of April, before that, a Saturday night coming up in a couple weeks.
That is how you and I met.
It is.
And I must say...
Is it?
It is.
Because you live near where I get my car washed. That's not how we met first?
I work at where you get
work
your
at
car
where I get,
washed.
that's right,
Yeah.
okay.
There's a difference.
I see.
Remember when we ran into him at the high-end Ralph's?
The Gelson's Ralph's.
Yeah,
the
the
Gelson's
Ralph's. Yeah,
there are 3
but
Ralphs
that
in
was
our
after
neighborhood.
we had seen him. We hadn't really met.
But
I think
that's
we
the
had
high-end
just seen
Ralph's.
you. We had seen you in the show, and then you accosted us at Ralph's.
That's
saying,
not what happened.
Saying, "I believe you came to see my work. I'm not so much a fan of yours." That's my memory of it.
You were standing by the frozen foods and the battery end cap, and I saw you, and I said, "Kevin Pollak," and you turned around and you're like, "Yeah, I'm famous," and you're like, "Oh, it's you," which felt really good. And then you said, "Wait till Jamie sees you, she's gonna shit." And you came down the way by the cashiers from the produce department, and you looked up and you went,
and you said, "You're welcome."
and I said, "You're welcome."
Yeah, it made your night, made your week. Yeah, she didn't stop talking about that. We've been fans ever since. We're proud to be friends as well. And I look forward to seeing you on the 3rd of April at the Largo. If folks want to go to that live show, if you're anywhere near the Los Angeles area, I think it's largo-la.com to get tickets for that show at the new venue of the Largo.
Great place to see an old-time radio hour, and a great show.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for stopping by.
Happy anniversary.
God bless.
Albeit only one.
All right. I can't believe it's only one. All right, we're going to fling open the door.
Are we doing this live?
We're going to, Illeana Douglas is here.
What
the? Hey! A lady represents. As soon as you have a mouthful of food, we'll bring you in, doll.
I just finished the marathon.
You must be exhausted.
I'm starving. There was some pound cake out there.
Nothing better.
So,
And let me get you some water to go with that
Come,
pound
have
cake.
a seat. Have a seat. Let me hook you up here.
Practicing up and down the stairs of my condo.
Right.
And it's
And it really paid off with the marathon?
unbelievable. I think I came in 1 millionth or something.
Well, first of all, you did wear your Chuck, so that's helpful.
Yes.
I
did.
Thank you so much for stopping by. Is she all mic'd up and ready to go out there?
I'm going to put my food.
Here, I have a little doily,
sausage.
otherwise known as a facial tissue.
Thank you.
For your pound cake.
This is so exciting.
1 year, baby, and you said we couldn't do it.
I know.
That's weird. Why would I accuse you of that?
No, I know. I never said that. I said you'd be here forever.
Congratulations on your 1700 Streamy Award nomination.
Yes, the award. It just they need to do something about the title, maybe of the Streamies, but I'm happy to have 7 of them.
Yeah.
Including Best Music.
Which is pretty phenomenal, which is pretty exciting for you.
I'm very excited. We're going to open the show.
With the song?
with a couple songs and a surprise rock star guest.
Ooh.
Which I cannot say, but I have come from, in addition to the marathon.
Yeah, this is the marathon. You came from rehearsal?
I came from rehearsal.
This is April 11th at the, what is it, the Henry Fonda. Yeah.
Yes, known for his music, of course.
Oh, a great singer. And for his streaming.
Yes, yes, for his streamings.
I'm involved in one of your nominations.
Best ensemble.
Right.
Best comedy ensemble.
And I will share that with
easy to assemble.
17 other people.
Let's go alphabetically.
Sure.
Tom Arnold.
All right.
Justine Bateman.
Right.
Ed Begley.
Very good. You're doing well.
Greg Proops. I've already gotten out of Kevin Pollak. Eric Lang. Sherry O'Terry. Keanu Reeves. Who am I missing? Huge people. I know I'm missing.
Michael Payne.
Michael Payne's. Who else am I missing?
It gets really embarrassing at some point.
Uh-oh.
For you to not know all the names.
Yes.
So
Sean Dury, Daryl Sabera. A few of them are. Alan Havey.
Oh.
The great Alan Havey.
Love Alan Havey.
Yes. I forgive anyone I've forgotten. Oh, Tim Meadows. Jeez.
What the hell's the matter with you?
Tim Meadows.
And how many of us will be there?
Everybody, I hope. You're a double nominee.
Well, it's not
Congratulations to you, sir.
The little chat show got itself nominated in every category possible.
Did you have best music?
We weren't allowed.
You weren't allowed
although award-winning film composer Brian Tyler did our theme song. It wasn't one of the categories that we were allowed to participate in, even though we have original music.
Yeah.
You know, that's a good point.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring it up from stage when I accept one of my awards. What?
Well, it's interesting because the music is the night before at the
craft
service
we're
awards.
gonna be the small table too, the kids table.
Yeah.
Yeah, I pointed that out. That of the 3 nominations, one of ours is at the craft, the kids table.
Yes.
Now, really, the Streamies have a have a tech night.
Yes,
is that what this has come to?
They do.
Talk about celebrating too early. This is only our 1 year, but it's only the 2nd year of the Streamies.
I know. I was trying to organize one of those luncheons like they do with the Oscars.
The nomination luncheon?
Yes.
Well, what's happening with that?
They told me a month ago it was a fantastic idea, and then I never heard back.
Because they just thought you'd run with that ball.
Yeah. I did think it was a good idea.
Because they're still, I think, producing this thing out of one of their apartment.
Yes, I think so. I think so.
Even though they've got a little kids table. Craft night. I called them up directly and just busted some balls. I couldn't believe it. I said, really? There's a craft night at the Streamies? You can't fit all 14 categories in? What are we talking about here?
Well, we're up. Music is up at I call it the Craft Service Awards. We're up the night before. So if we win or lose, we're opening the show of the big night, of the grown-ups night. If we lose, it'll be kind of a drag. We'll be opening the show. We'll be sort of bitter. But I guess if we...
That fits your characters on stage, though, to be a little bit bitter, no?
I guess so. They'll be flying in all the way from Sweden, so
yeah.
they'll be...
You guys don't exactly celebrate life on stage when you're performing.
No, we don't. We arrive separately, and we don't speak backstage.
Let's talk about the band a little bit, because you guys are doing live shows.
Yes, we are. Yeah, we just performed at Largo with Paul F. Tompkins, and at the premiere, we opened the premiere. We played at South by Southwest, so we've playing.
Were you just there just now, or the year before?
The year before we played there. This year we elected not to go.
Good for you.
Yeah.
You don't want to overstay your welcome.
It was a very strange. We played at a bar called the Red Eye Fly.
That was enough for you.
We're reminiscent of the bar from Animal House.
Yeah.
With we thought maybe the Swedish band would not come back for.
Yeah, it is the amazing thing about South by Southwest to me, which is, I mean, we went on the movie together. Did you see Boston? Is he still out there?
I did.
We went on Otis, a wonderful film, and Danny Stern's my guest next week. It all comes together.
Oh my God! And I just had a meeting with Tony Krantz.
Is that right?
Who says hello? He's nervous you're mad at him.
I'm a little miffed, yes, but it's not important.
Okay.
I will forgive eventually. But the South by Southwest, it's all hyped up as this incredible event, and you go there, and every venue is like your cousin's garage.
Yeah.
There's some great restaurants, and there's some wonderful people.
Yeah.
But, oh my, be more run down and tired already.
Oh, Yes.
I was shocked by that.
No,
Our big screening, we show up in the theater, holds 17 people, and what's happening?
Yeah, the sound of beer bottles running down.
Yeah, as they roll down the theater floor. Yeah, it really is. At some point, guess what? You're in Texas.
We were there, and Sparhus, and we perform, we're a Swedish band from the 70s, and, we're all in our blonde wigs and stuff. And we were when we were loading up, coming out of the van with our eyes, when we were looking at all the other bands, with their tats and their guitars.
They didn't have blonde wigs on?
No, we thought this is going to be very not.
Until they heard Apples and Fish.
Until they heard us, and then, well, luckily for us, we play the movie now. We're like Donovan. I just saw Donovan. And before he comes out, he plays the movie of his life, which is kind of awesome.
That's genius.
So by the time you come out, you have a whole history.
Genius.
And I thought, oh, that's funny. That's kind of what we do, too, so people know who we are.
Eddie Izzard did a little bit of that when we saw him this last time through at Nokia. He did a little bit of film because there's a documentary that was coming out or hadn't come out.
Like a trailer. He showed a trailer.
He showed a long trailer, very long, a remix almost.
I like that.
Of the film.
An actress recently, I won't say, Oscar-nominated actress of a certain age, she sent me an email. And now we correspond. But on the bottom of her email, it says, "Please enjoy one of the, the 100 films that I've been in." And she's put together a trailer.
Oh God.
Of all of her films. It's like 6 minutes long, and it is. So I said, I'm going to do that one day. That made me kind of sad.
Something to aspire.
I'm actually going to steal that idea. That's pathetic. But I was like,
you aspire to be that pathetic.
I was horrified and yet jealous at the same time. I was like,
that's genius.
Kind of a good idea.
Yeah.
Every email, you go, you know what? I think I'll just click on it.
It makes you wish that Hitler was still around to be that pathetic schmoozy guy.
You think Hitler would have his own reel? The best of?
That's my fantasy. That he would just become a pathetic sort of schmoozy guy. Hey, I don't know if you know my work, but I pretty much took over the world at one point.
Oh, God.
And then he's just this sad little pathetic guy with a reel. And he's handing him out at Cannes, and then at South by Southwest on the sidewalk, little DVDs. I killed a lot of people.
Oh, dear.
No?
I don't know.
He would probably just be like a commenter on YouTube videos. That's where I think he would want to make his mark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe he's there.
This one is crap! He would write.
But firsties!
Yeah.
The rule with reading comments, by the way, is read the first 3, because those are usually the positive ones. And you always push it.
Don't go to the message board.
You go, oh, that's so...
Yeah, don't go to the message board.
It's so mean and not true.
Yeah, people are not friendly.
I know. I guess that's the point.
So what else has been going on, Zal?
What is going on? Well, we're getting ready for,
What other live shows are you doing?
What, aside from we only work sporadically.
You only work at award shows?
Yes.
I see.
Yes, venues with Paul.
I thought you guys were going to maybe do a little tour.
We are. We're organizing that. It's going to correspond with our 3rd season of ETA, which I hope you will be back for.
Well,
we're going to start shooting pretty soon.
I can't.
Especially if we win a Streamy.
Well, you know what? It's just important to be nominated. That's a load of shit, isn't it?
No, not for a stream. If you lose a Streamy.
I got a wonderful email from Jason Reitman, which I promised to not share per his request, but one of the gists of it was, anyone who tells you it's just great to be nominated
is full of it.
Is not telling you the whole story.
Yes.
Yeah. But my feeling was, and is, once you're nominated, then it certainly... In his case, he won the WGA award, which is the precursor to winning the Oscars in that category. So,
right.
Precursor, I believe, might be the word. And so then there's all this hype and build-up. But initially, when you get nominated, there's a sense of relief. I made the short list.
Right.
So now I'm in a category with 4 other people or whatever the entities are. And that's where the saying came from, it has to be, not just from the so-called losers after the fact. It was an honor just to be nominated. Because I'll be honest, one of the things I'm celebrating here today, honestly, truly, sincerely, damn it, aside from all the hooligan and shenanigan, is the fact that we got nominated, this our little show,
Yeah.
and with no thoughts whatsoever of actually bringing home any sort of medal. Is it
Right.
lucite, do you think?
I'm gonna guess a kind of a wavy, streamy,
Lucite?
like kind of thing. Yes.
Yeah. I hope it's plexiglass. That would be nice. But yeah, no real hopes of any kind or expectations. It is like we got invited to the finals or something.
Well, there is something just about the whole internet. I mean, from 2 years ago when I started doing this,
There are
and people,
tens of thousands of shows now.
Yes.
And also, are you aware that 150,000 people voted beyond the beyond the what would they be called? It's not members or academy. There's a board. Mike, you're on the thing. Yeah. It's a board.
Mm-hmm.
How many members in the board? I have no idea. Okay. So there's a voting board.
Right.
And beyond them, 150,000 people voted.
Yes, I know. And some of the companies, like Sony and they take it really seriously. They were having screenings.
Right.
Like the Oscars.
Yeah.
And inviting you and having a Q&A and, like my show, you go, you already, it's just like, the Oscars, you go, we're not doing all of that.
Right.
Were we supposed to do all of that?
Yeah, I was told too, you can put together a little reel and send it out as a link and this and that. And I said, no, let's just go and have fun and feel like we accomplished something.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like to me anyways.
Well, we got 7 nominations, and I was already bitter that we weren't in the title. It said Bannon leads the way with 7 noms, and then buried down below it said.
In what story?
And that was the headline, but it buried down below. It said that Easy to Assemble also received 7 noms. So I was already suspicious with that. Like, how did they choose?
Where did this particular article appear?
I'm not sure where
Streamies.com?
I'm not sure where that
was. It a variety thing? Was this?
I'm not sure. I just remember being,
somebody told me the article.
Yeah, just somebody.
Yeah, that does
sent it
stink.
to me.
Favoritism is what you're sensing.
Well, yeah, just because I suppose they have a lot more money. I mean, we're not even in the same category. They're a drama, and we're a comedy, and we're nominated in many different categories. So potentially.
Well, if it's like a real award shows, the comedies will be shit on.
Yes.
Right.
I hope so. Well, what's funny about our show is, in the show I go head to head with that terrible Justine Bateman.
Right.
And just like in life, we're up against each other for Best Actress.
Ah.
So that could be funny. So
that's kind of perfect.
I know. So if she wins, we could do something,
Is there any way to incorporate that into season 3?
Oh, with the streamies? Well, I definitely want to do something like that. We have big plans for season 3.
Oh, good.
For me and
if people want to see
Christine.
the Easy to Assemble, they should go to My Damn Channel?
They can go to My Damn Channel, yes. Also, easytoassembleseries.com. But I always send people to My Damn Channel because you get to see also Sparhusen, which is there. You get to see the whole background of the show. But if you want bios and you want to be interactive, go to easytoassembleseries.com, which is what IKEA is running.
Okay.
But eventually what we're trying to do with the show as we go into season 3, and hopefully we're going to go to Sweden, which would be really exciting, is then have a tour, an Easy to Assemble tour.
Right.
Which I think would be a lot of fun. Go to some of our great fan places like, Minnesota, where they have all the IKEAfans.com.
Oh, nice.
Which are an amazing group of people. They helped us get over, because this year we received, so far we're like 8.5 million views.
Holy shit.
For the show.
For the 2nd season.
Yes. And
congratulations.
Thank you. And part of the success of that was our distribution guy, Wilson Cleveland, gave the show to IKEAfans.com. And they have these different hubs. There's one in Colorado, there's one in Minnesota. Each one of these fan groups have 200,000 to 300,000 fans. They have a fan site devoted to all things IKEA.
Of course they do. What, are you crazy?
So,
you had to know that going in.
which is genius because they argue about, did you know that they changed the font? And like there's huge, like an uproar about, you know, the Karlstad footstools are a different color this year. And, you know, there's a debate about every aspect.
It's genius.
Of IKEA.
That really is genius.
I know.
It's kind of a dream come true, really.
It is.
That such a thing exists.
Yes, and so one of our ideas with the show is go where you have these.
You have to.
You know, these built-in fan bases.
Yeah, go to the 8.5 million.
Exactly. So that's what's exciting, you know. Unlike with the Nielsen's. Who are the Nielsen's?
Yeah.
Who are they?
The
Who are
horse
these-
shit is what they are.
I mean, is it real?
Yeah, well, the other one was Arbitron, which made more sense because at least they put it in the title. It's because it's so arbitrary, it's ridiculous. Well, you should absolutely go on this tour.
Yes,
and
which you must be a part of, absolutely.
At some point, I will have to.
Yes.
I
RMC.
cannot thank you enough for coming by.
Thank you.
Honestly, I didn't know. I sent an email to all the past guests, and so many people were out of town. It was somewhat last minute and whatnot, and it really meant a lot that everyone who did stop by was able to. So I just wanted to tell you how much I appreciate it.
Thank you, and congratulations.
Thank you. 1 year old.
1 year, I can't believe it.
I know.
I'll be singing in 5 years.
Right?
Yes.
Well,
I'll be here every year.
Please come back.
I'm
Tell
gonna
us
take my
about the
cake.
tour. Take your cake.
Take my cake. Should I
Did you see the
myself?
ridiculous, incredible cake out there that Jason Kokanis got with it? It's like the set of the chat show.
Oh my God! Yes,
Yeah.
I did.
That's an actual cake.
That's.
We're a few minutes from cutting that up. We're going to bring out a few more guests, and then we're going to wrap this thing up as we're leaning on 2.5 hours here. But thank you so much.
Thank you.
Honestly.
You look great.
Oh, thanks. Don.
Great. Nice
Thank
to
you.
see you, Sam.
Nice to see
Nice
you.
to see you.
All right, let's bring in the Acker and the Blacker.
I'm taking off my
You want
mic.
to bring in the Acker and the Blacker? Gentlemen, we need another chair for them. It's a whole to-do. There's the door cam. Thanks, fellas. Are you all lubricated? Have you had a little drinksy? Oh, good. Excellent. We didn't bring you anything. No, good. Good.
I brought a cake.
No, please.
So good.
Thank you.
Aren't you guys?
Thank you, Illeana. Acker and Blacker, the
Thank you.
wonderful
Nice to see you.
writers extraordinaire.
Yes.
Please have a seat. Do you
Okay.
do you need a
I'll be there
beverage,
as
sir?
with
Can I
you
get
in the
you some
audience.
water? Really?
Tea?
Not even water? Nothing?
I'm getting plugged in.
All right, I'm going to pour you some water just because it makes me nervous should you start to choke and all you have is Jack Daniels to choose from. Oh, no, I'm sure that's ginger ale, right, Mr. Black?
No, we don't have any ginger ale.
No, I cut
Jamie
him off.
cut
With
us
it. I
off.
cut him off with the ginger ale.
Oh, that's right.
Jackson was serving me for the past 3 hours, so it could be anything.
Oh. All right, we were talking of all things drones, right? So naturally it made sense to bring in the authors of the drones because every other, if not 80% of today's guests, the lower third has said drone.
Yeah, we're sorry we had to bump everyone else. So you could let us in. I know
Right.
Mike said you're short on time.
Yeah, and also the hell with John Hamm and Sean William
Absolutely.
Scott.
It was
and
great to
Matthew
meet
Perry.
Weird Al, though.
Weird Al was right. Nice of him to stop by.
Absolutely.
But who's
And-
got time?
Yeah.
I don't.
I didn't think Nicholson would show, but that's exciting.
You underestimated the power of 1 year.
Well, there was traffic.
Yeah. Jackson, yeah. And De Niro is in the marathon, so he can't come.
Exactly.
That's a problem.
Robert De Niro.
No, Jimmy. No, Jimmy De Niro. We could never get Bobby. Fellas, welcome. And thank you for helping us celebrate and help us manipulate our arms so that we can pat ourselves on the back. It really means a lot.
Thank you for having us. Happy anniversary.
Thank you. Can you believe it? 1 year ago? No.
I can hardly believe it.
I'm glad that Mark Evan actually pointed it out and made fun of it because I am starting to feel like maybe I could have just done a small little thing. Why did I have to
This
go?
is the internet. Go big.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
Go
we have a
big.
song prepared.
Right? Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
Not for here.
No, not
Yeah.
now.
Someone was going to jump out of a cake, but
The
Illeana
cake wasn't
Douglas
big
beat
enough.
us for the cake.
I can tell you that the numbers have gone up slowly but steadily.
I assume they soared as soon as we got here.
Yeah, they just doubled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
Which is
so 4 now.
inexplicable when you stop really and think about it. So let's get your take on the Slamdance experience for the drones. Did you go by the swag tents? You must
I'll
have
tell
had-
you what, Kevin.
Yes.
They don't give the writers anything.
Oh, you know what? My bad.
I went. I was brought. He was sick. I was sick beforehand. As you remember, loyal audience.
Yes.
I was sick here beforehand, and then gave him my cold. So
Yeah,
he was,
so I got it when we got there.
Yeah, and but I went with a bunch of the actors to a swag giveaway situation,
And
was asked to leave.
Were you asked to leave?
Mm-hmm.
How exactly did they phrase that?
I'm sorry. You know that
Who
you're
are
not
you?
supposed to be here.
Do you know that you're not supposed to be here?
For the record, the person who asked you to leave did not work at that swag booth.
I'm not naming names.
Nor am I. I'm just saying.
Let's name names.
No.
I don't know her name.
That's what this show is.
We're bigger than that. We're bigger than that.
Thanks.
But,
As a
for the
show,
record, it was
we're
not
bigger
the
than
people
that.
running the swag booth who asked Mr. Acker.
If I may, we're not bigger than that. We're perfectly sized
Was it-
to name names. No, it's not important. So
It was
you're
James.
asked.
Was it
Things
James?
would be so much nicer if you weren't here. You got the old.
And then I ended up talking to the bouncer outside. Nicest guy.
Also didn't get any swag.
I know he did not. But no, great guy. He was a cop. And he was bouncing in his spare time. And he was from LA originally and didn't want to get involved in gangs, and ended up on like the gang unit. So he went from almost in a gang to anti-gang in Park City.
So he works an anti-gang unit in Park City.
Yeah, good guy. Dave or something? I don't know.
You got a little condescending at the end there, but
Yeah.
otherwise a very charming story.
I don't remember.
Almost dismissive.
It was 98% earnest.
Seemed like it was very, very
Yeah.
earnest,
I
and
levined
if
it.
not
He
heartwarming.
levined it.
It had a little bit of Disney, and then went right to.
Well, they were singing animated birds. It's Park City.
Park City. No, it's a wonderland. It was a great time. It was great to see the film with an audience. It was fantastic doing the Q&A with Adam Bush and Amber Benson and Sam Levine and all
Our
these
directors.
Great, terrific.
Well,
Jackson
and by our, I
Beniak.
mean yours.
Yeah. They'll be yours.
Yeah,
They can probably put you in.
Someday. Someday soon.
No,
I
for the
hope.
screening, I'm sure. Well, you're coming
I'm
to the
coming
screening.
to the screening.
Yeah, you're going to host, right?
I'm
Q, right?
binging. Yeah, I'm going to host the Q and A.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. I'm
We're
very
lucky to
excited
have you.
about it.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Let me tell you this.
And the fundraisers we were just discussing with
Exactly.
Mark.
Yeah, Mark did a great job telling you about 826 LA, for whom Ben and I have done a bunch of volunteer work.
Yeah, you have.
And which I think is one of the first things we worked on with you.
Yeah.
On was the Tiny Vaudeville show.
Yeah, I didn't make it, but it was
Right.
something we tried to work on.
Exactly.
Together. Yeah.
It was our introduction.
Yeah.
Tickets for that drone screening will be available at our Thrilling Adventure Hour on April the 3rd at Largo at the Coronet for a special price.
A specially increased price was the odd choice that I thought
Yeah,
you made.
but it's for charity.
Yeah, it's for charity. So if you come early, we'll charge you more. I
No,
found
but
that odd, if not off-putting. No, there's a price
Well, we have a
break.
cover to make. There's
Yeah.
a price break for anyone who comes to the Thrilling Adventure Hour on April 3rd at the Largo at the Coronet. And
what sort of ticket giveaway do you have going for the Largo at the Coronet?
we're going to have someone from 826 there selling them.
Right.
Because
No,
we know it's...
I mean to sell tickets for the Largo.
Oh, to get
show.
that? Oh, that's easy to get.
there a
I'm glad
website
you
for
asked,
it?
Kevin.
It must be a website.
There's so many ways to get it. We have some specially priced tickets left over to if you email thrillingadventurehour.com at gmail.com.
Email, yeah.
Thrillingadventurehour at
Can we start this over?
thrillingadventurehour at
Sure.
gmail.com. You can go to our website, thrillingadventurehour.com, for information. You can go to Largo's website, largo-la.com.
Mark Evan Jackson's been pouring him drinks for 3 hours.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So maybe you don't put so much pressure on him to get this shit right.
Exactly.
I didn't
Oh, wait,
mean
I
to
have
put.
it written
I didn't
down.
mean to put any pressure on you.
Sorry, Julie. My wife gave me a list.
Yeah, well, let's use it.
I already said it.
There are some people he'd like to thank.
When does the music come up?
Is Drones your first feature together that was produced and is now going to be shown?
It was our first feature individually or together.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you very much. We're very excited.
It
Is
kicks some
Drones
ser-
your last feature together?
Together, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
How long have you guys been running together?
10 years.
10 years.
Yeah.
And the Thrilling Adventure is now 5 years?
We had our anniversary last month.
Oh, is that right?
Our
which
first
we were a
Largo
part
show.
of. Yeah, we should have made more hay of that.
Yes,
feel
I
like.
think you should have.
Or some hay.
Because
Some
I
hay at
found
all.
out about it afterwards. You know, that was
Yeah.
their 5th year anniversary.
Well, it
was
was so.
We didn't want to throw the people who were there for the first time.
Yeah, we were so excited to be at Largo.
Right.
That
the Coronet.
that's the thing we were talking about.
Right,
and then we kind of realized halfway through the show, oh, it's been 5 years.
Yeah. Whereas here, we wave a flag of 1 year as if we brought down Nazi Germany.
Oh, no, you should have seen the self-indulgence we did at 1 year, 2
Oh,
years,
Jesus.
3 years.
We went on the stage and stuff.
Did you?
It was a 90-minute show.
Did either of
from
you
our
ever
hour show.
perform?
God, no.
Most writers you talk to would never go anywhere near the so-called in front of the camera. No. So the same.
We
is
wouldn't
for you
either.
too.
Just for your anniversary.
Right?
Yeah.
As much appreciated. And now, 10 years ago, when you first started writing together, how and why did that happen? Sure you're asking yourselves that.
Well, we met in college at Syracuse, and we can actually tell this version, the real version of the story now.
Yeah, because we heard a false version when you were here last time.
It's time the truth came out.
I would appreciate it. It took a year.
You're the Murrow of this situation.
Right?
Yeah.
We met at Syracuse, and we had each taken a class with two best friends who were the teachers of the class. It was a religion class and a philosophy class.
Also.
And those two had a deal where they would pick their favorite students and swap them. So
I was Scotty, the philosophy teacher's favorite, Obs, and he was Kathy, the religion teacher's favorite. Scotty, vague, interesting fellow, said, if you're looking for a challenge, there's a religion class I think you should look into. And it was freshman year. I was not looking for a challenge. I said, thanks, good class, bye. Kathy, direct, said, hey,
go take Scotty's class. Yeah.
So the three of them hung out at a coffee shop.
We became great friends. We hung out at the coffee shop. We said, whatever happened to that other guy?
That other freshman, ridiculous person.
Ben Acker, I guess was his name, but we'll forget it.
Then we transferred into the same department within the university. We both became film students. So we're in a line together getting the materials for the classes. He's in front of me. He gives his name at the front of the line. My name is Ben Blacker. I think, well, that is odd. And I said,
because I don't know if you know.
I said, do you know that my name is Ben Acker? And he said to me, you're an idiot. And I said, you're not wrong.
Why this time?
Yeah. And he said, well, we've been hanging out here. Let me show you where
We've been having a great time. We wonder what happened to you. You could have been hanging out with us. And so we became friends in college, and then I ended up transferring to Emerson College. And I was finishing up there. I was taking a sitcom writing class. It was great fun. And Ben was out here, had just moved out here, was working for the Will and Grace show.
Boom.
And he, enjoyed that.
Heard of it? Television?
Staff writer, were you?
First job in Hollywood, I was
So
almost
staff
a staff
writer.
writer.
Yeah.
I played Stan on the television program.
Did you?
Fun fact, I played Stan. Yep.
I never saw the show.
Right.
I'm not going to lie to you.
It was a character they never showed.
It was
but they showed
Norm's
his feet
wife
one time.
on Cheers, the equivalent.
Oh, great.
I played that guy.
Lorenzo Music from,
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
does that mean we heard your voice, or they just talked about you?
they talked about me a lot. They showed my feet in an episode.
Yeah.
In the tub with Megan Mullally.
What did you make for that?
I got a mani-pedi on the studio.
Right.
And the star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Yeah, but like a big one, like a good one. Like they were not.
Yeah.
They were not fucking around.
Next to the Marx Brothers.
Right. It's not a microphone so much as a pair of fucking feet on the Walk of Fame.
It's the only one though.
Yeah.
It's the only one. So he was working on that show, and he called me up and he said, "I'm writing these spec scripts because I'm told to do that if I want to be a writer."
Guess what he says? You're an idiot.
Yeah, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
Why don't you come out here and we'll work together and we'll see if we can do it. So he flew out to Boston.
All of my college friends in Syracuse were in
Yeah,
Boston.
what are you doing out in show business in L.A.? Go back to Boston. That's where you learn how to write.
Yeah.
And we worked together for like 2 weeks, and we banged out 2 terrible spec scripts, which were Buffy the Vampire Slayer specs. The great coincidence later on that we would be, have our film directed by Adam and Amber.
They were on Buffy, the Vampire Slayer. That's my camera.
Yeah, that's yours. That's the one that's not on.
Yeah, perfect.
And working together was much more fun than working by ourselves.
And how long did you argue before you came up with the order of Acker and Blacker?
Well, I came out first to LA, so.
That's how it was decided?
It's only fair.
It sounds better.
It's alphabetical.
It sounds much better.
It's height order.
Who's older? Ooh.
By exactly a month, because we love coincidences.
Sam, good point.
Isn't that how that's supposed to work?
You're not wrong, Sam.
Who's older? Turns out, no help at all.
Nope.
Well, yeah.
I mean, I don't know if it's because we're used to saying Acker and Blacker. That's why it sounds better.
No, it's alphabetic. It's by height. It works every way.
Blacker and Acker.
Ugh, that's weird.
Right. It's terrible.
It's weird. It sounds bad.
Sounds
in my
weird
ears.
to you because you're not Blacker.
I don't follow.
No, I would not hire those people.
Blacker
but
and
Acker
Acker?
Blacker?
Where's Blacker and Acker?
It sounds.
Well, that we get
it's
a
going
lot.
downhill.
Blacker and Decker. No. that's
Mark
not the
Evan
same
Jackson
ring.
works for them.
That's not the same ring.
Yeah. I mentioned Black and Decker because my first time at Sundance, one of the very first swag tents I was brought to was a Black and Decker swag.
What did they give you?
And I thought, really, I've come here for a hacksaw? What's happening?
That's terrific.
You can totally bring it on the plane.
Great.
Yeah, I can get this back. Do you ship it? I said to them, do you ship it? And they said, absolutely, just pick anything you want. So I thought, I am a Jew. We don't use tools.
Benson.
All right, I'll just get them. So I ordered 17 things because they said it's all yours. I said, I'll take it all.
Wow.
Here's my address, ship it. Never came.
Wow.
Shocking.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's great.
Well, have you moved since then?
No. I kept
Still in the same
the
apartment.
P.O. box just in case the Black and Decker shows up to this day.
And how many birdhouses haven't you built?
Exactly.
All of them.
Right.
And
the
his,
birds
his
keep coming
lawn
by.
is littered with dead birds.
Birds keep coming by. They're in the backyard smoking cigarettes. Seriously, what's it take to get a drink in this place? Nothing.
Horrible.
Please, I just want the drink.
Yeah. Now, 5 years ago, we know, you started writing the thrilling adventure. It had a much longer name at the time.
Yeah.
Which, congratulations on 5 years it took to shorten the name.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I love
it's
the
harder
long
to
name.
plug.
I love the long name, except that I'm old and couldn't remember it. But I did love the sound.
Young people couldn't remember.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I shortened it. I gave it, like the like I was like T.
Tash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would always do that.
Oh,
I'm like,
nice.
you know what I mean.
We appreciate your tweets. Thank you.
I always retweet you.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm a
Well,
fan
he was
of the
being
show.
sincere.
I'm only.
It
Blacker's the sincere one, honey.
Yeah.
I know. Acker doesn't
But it's a secret.
But see, I was being insincere. It's like opposite day rules. It's cool.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, that's all I'll hear for the next 2 days. See, I told you.
You tell her I like her.
But once I will, I tell her every day. So once
We'll rewatch
once
that.
every day, literally,
Twice a day.
over
Up it.
coffee.
Up it. Oh, tell me about this coffee. Is there a flavor in there? What
It's,
do you-
it's
take
just
it
what the
straight?
kids are calling it now.
Oh. Ooh.
Over coffee. You haven't heard this? Every month you write a new episode of The Thrilling Adventure. And one of the things that I found.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, are you
I'm just
damning the
agreeing.
day that you agreed? Because it's in a sense the same way that I've given my life over to this chat show, and I'm looking down the barrel of having now to do 10 years, 400 to 500 shows, in order to win the big prize.
Sure.
You created a monster, and everyone who comes to see it, myself included, almost everyone, I would guess you're in the 90 percentile, is the first time they see it, it is a revelation of an experience, truly, because it's a part of original theater, live theater, that doesn't exist nowadays. And anyone who loves old-timey, as Jamie calls it, as we do in our house, hugely, this is God, heaven sent. And so when did it lose the joy, I guess, is my question. During the 5 years.
Year 4.
How many
And now it's back.
It's a new show every month, so
More or less.
you can't be guys who finish it in the 11th hour like
no.
most writers are.
No.
No,
Well, we
'cause
have to serve Sam Levine. If we don't get him his script, 2 weeks in advance.
But you have him to thank. He's put you on a different...
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Part of the reason we started doing the show is because we weren't staffed on a show and we wanted to be creating new material and we wanted to put ourselves on a deadline.
Right.
And it's worked. It's also very fast for us to write it. We're writing stuff. It's actors we serve every month. It's characters that we write every month. So there does become a shorthand.
How is my part in the April 3rd show?
It's good.
It's not better than my part, though, is it?
Sam, it's
It's
always
bigger.
going to be better than your
It's
part.
bigger.
Fair enough.
But it's.
I love the
what
revolving
it
nature of it, where for people who are new to the show like myself, it is this revolving door sort of thing. But I'm very excited for the success and for the move to Largo. We have to bring more people to come see the live show on a regular basis. I've worked for Flanagan. I know the pressure that exists there.
But your show was huge.
No. I only did one live show there.
I know, and
It was a great show, but
You had
getting
2
people
days
to come
notice
there.
for us.
Yeah, it was very little notice.
And the
Also, it was
place
like
was
a
filled.
Tuesday or something. It was a really
It was.
middle of the
Yeah,
week
yeah.
kind of day.
The place was
One of
filled.
those Tuesday, Wednesday,
Yeah, one of those
Thursday
Tuesday,
days.
Wednesdays, middle of the week
Real
days.
middle of the week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was one of those non-weekend days where there are 5 of them.
You wouldn't have known.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a Sunday.
No, it was not.
No, God, who would do that?
I know. What idiot would want to do it? Wait.
Too soon.
But so April 3rd is the next live show, and then April 13th is the drones screening at the Egyptian that raises money. And I'm
May 1st.
thrilled for you guys. May 1st is the following.
Yeah.
People go to your calendars. They can follow along.
Exactly. ThrillingAdventureHour.com.
ThrillingAdventureHour.com.
Information, photos,
right,
video.
We'll be
from,
podcasting soon.
We'll be podcasting very soon. Next month.
How many
Sam,
years have you been here?
Sam, we have to do some.
About 5
We have to do some reshoots.
Not with me. I read
No.
that email.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no, my shit comes out perfect every time.
Your
because
stuff
you
is
only
terrific.
get one take.
I
out of
listened to
Levine.
it today, in fact, and it was terrific.
Sammy, your
It
shit
really
comes
was.
up perfect every time because, wait for it, you're in there like 10 minutes.
You son of a bitch.
Well, what a 10 minutes.
Hit me when
Not
I'm down.
concurrent. Don't worry.
It's
Don't worry.
quality.
It is quality.
Not quantity
when
I'm
does this
looking
air?
for. Like these 3-hour epics. Is this show ever going to end? I can't remember a time in my life when we weren't doing the anniversary show.
It's only 2 hours and 46 minutes. All right, I'm going to bring my crew out now, and we're going to wrap this sucker
Finally.
up. Thank you both very much.
Thank you.
Honestly.
Thanks for having us.
And,
Congratulations to you.
Thank you. I will look
You wanna do
forward
the song?
to seeing you.
There's no time. There's no time.
Yeah, do
we
the
gotta,
song.
We got to cut the song.
I thought you were kidding.
I'm sorry.
You were kidding.
No, we got to cut it.
This time, but before.
Thank you both very much.
Thank
Let's
you.
swing open the door, Kenny, and see who's mic'd and who isn't, and we can bring on to wrap this puppy up. What do you want? Let's bring on Dr. Chen and
Weird Al here.
Weird Al.
and you, Rot Main. Thank you, fellas.
Well, while they're all coming out, can I just tell you?
Yes, please.
Weird Al, thanks to the wonders of electronic mail and iPhones, Weird Al was kind enough to send me an email mid-show thanking me for the shout-out I gave him and saying how so sorry he was that he couldn't be here, but he is watching the show and enjoying it thoroughly and sends his best to everyone. So, Weird Al, we love you. You are the man.
A 1-year anniversary toast to one of our absolute favorite guests, Weird Al Yankovic. Thank you, sir, very much. Oh, yeah, and if you want to be in the Thrilling Adventure Hour show on April 3rd or May 1st, please let us know, and we'll pass that along to the fabulous Acker and Blacker. They are dying to have you a part of that show as well. Acker, you should technically get the fuck out. I mean, without putting a finer point on it. No, keep that on you. We'll just, they've disconnected you from the tail, as it were. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. We will see you next time and out front. Dr. Chen, have a seat. Mike. Dr. Chen, thank you both very much. I just wanted, I'm sorry the show's gone on too long, but I wanted to bring you guys on, some of our crew, to just really kind of thank you on air for the viewers who hear me say Dr. Chen this and Dr. Chen that, and hey, Rotman, what about this and that? So to have you on camera, did we have someone left behind to actually run the TriCast? I guess J-Mac.
I feel like we should be testing cameras right now. This is the only time I sit in this seat.
Yeah.
Test the cameras.
I'm gonna have to get up and help.
We could adjust their two-shot, if you wouldn't mind, Mr. Negrin. Adjust their. Put the two-shot up so we can get a look at it. There we go. Oh, the two-shot, not the three.
We got a punch.
There are two. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, make it real.
You can pull it back a little. You know, I'm still directing even from here.
Now your mic seems upside down, but that's just.
Is it really upside down?
Yeah, it's a technical
That's
thing.
how good I am at my
T-shirts
job.
And he mics the guests.
Yeah.
He's the one that mics the guests.
Yeah. Mike, you came on board. We've been doing the show for what, 3-4 months or less than
probably
that?
something like that. Yeah, probably.
When you came on.
Yeah.
And for a wild improvement. So I thank you very much for that and all the time you put in. And also, you know, Kenny, you were here from almost day one?
It's actually almost day one. I wasn't here for the LeVar Burton one.
Right, so week two. Holy crap. So honestly, thank you so much for that as well.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Mike?
Yes, sir.
What is, you have Stupid for Movies, which you talked about before.
Stupid for Movies, which is, a movie show we do every week from
Right.
studio, stupidformovies.com, every Thursday night at 8 o'clock. It's to film critics and reviews and also kind of a movie history thing. You can bring up DVDs you might want to buy, rent or burn is our big segment. To LA's Film Critic Association guys, so it's very real and
right.
And that's the show we're doing now. Besides this,
and the next one that you've got coming out soon, are you at liberty to discuss?
no, we've got a couple other shows we're working on.
Right.
Nothing.
I know that sound. I know that.
You mean the Vamped Out?
Oh no. We should talk about Vamped Out briefly because you were my wonderful producer on this thing. We're going to debut tomorrow, a week from tomorrow, on Babagum.com. Very excited about that.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
and thank you for all the work that you did on that as well. Do you have a least favorite guest? And Sam wasn't kind enough to be so candid. And by least favorite, I just mean either the most awkward situations or.
See, now I take it from a different point of view.
As a director
As
of the
a director, I'm more watching. Oh, I have to keep talking to Kenny, like move the camera, move the camera.
Right.
James Urbaniak does this a lot, up and down.
Oh, the
Lot
sitting
and
up
down.
straight and the not
Yes.
sitting up straight.
Yeah. Love him, great guest. One of my favorite guests actually, because he talks a lot about the whole acting thing in New York and stage. But in terms of directing, a lot of up and down, and so that's what always affects me more than anything else.
Like a pogo stick.
Yeah, keep moving the cameras around.
Yeah. Kenny, your least favorite?
I'm gonna have to side with Mr. Levine. Jane Campion, the sorceress of snooze.
You people have no class. You have no class.
Kate, the makeup artist,
No
actually
culture.
pointed out that Jamie and I were in sync doing this. So she skewed away from the tension of the thrilling conversation you were having to us doing na 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 na. It was great.
It was actually in sync. You guys passing out.
Yes. Oh my.
Oh, that's fantastic.
It was a moment, Kodak style.
And a favorite? Did you have a favorite?
Favorites? Wow. God, there is a favorite.
Yeah, you were tripping when
I was tripping balls on something.
Keckner?
John Hamm?
Yeah.
I know how much you like John
That's
Hamm.
John Hamm.
He tried
Yeah.
to kiss John Hamm on his way out. It got ugly.
I can't believe you let that out. God.
Everybody does. He's very handsome.
He is. He's well built, chiseled. Like a Hercules.
All right, Kenny,
Stop,
getting
stop,
weird.
stop.
It's just getting weird.
Sorry, man. I like girls. Cool. Totally cool.
Kenny, our racist viewers would like to know if you enjoy being on the show Community. I guess some of them seem to think you are.
Oh, because I want to take over that one guy's job, or should I be another Asian student?
I say be another Asian student. There's,
I would love
there's
to.
plenty of room for Asian actors in prime time these days.
There
They
you
keep
go.
taking all my jobs.
Now, Mike, let me ask you from a technical standpoint. When we go to that camera of Sam and Jamie.
Yes.
See how the light switches to
the green backdrop?
And I look over there and I see no light on them at all.
No, there's no light on them.
Yeah.
And it's
And
a
yet it
half green
explodes
screen
with light when they're on camera.
Yeah, it's something with the green screen that throws it off.
What technical improvements do you hope to make?
Many. This could take a while.
All right, we're losing viewers by the second.
Let's talk technical camera stuff. Backdrop would be nice from them, but that's
Well, we must find a way to drape something
Yes,
over that.
that would be
green
nice.
screen. But thank you both very, very much,
Sure.
honestly.
Very welcome.
For all your work and all your efforts, and I look forward to as many more shows as you'll give us from your side of things.
Great.
Thank you both. All right, now we're going to do a very careful thing where Mike has to tag team with J-Mac to run the TriCaster.
Yeah. So J-Mac, stay on Kevin's close-up.
Yes. I will start to do a wrap-up as we bring out...
Got my mic.
Actually, it won't be a wrap-up because we have 3 more crew members, so I got to bring them in 2 and then 1. So we'll do J-Mac.
It's a shame Kate's not here. You better make sure that you mention
I know.
Kate.
You're right, Jamie. I do want to thank Kate. Jennifer is sitting in today doing some great work. And also, what did I do with those caramels? She's decided to do a homemade caramel thing that you can order. We're going to give you more information about that. And we've had a couple and they're ridiculous. So look out for those caramel lovers out there. We're going to talk more about Jennifer's Delights, which I'm suggesting is the title. But Kate Schroeder's our normal makeup gal, and she does an amazing job. She of the film world is how I met her first, and she was kind enough to come by here and work for Coffee and Donuts like everyone else, and spend several hours every day making sure that I don't signal ships at sea with my shiny Jew skin. So I do want to thank her. Thank you, Jamie, for insisting that I do that because it's... Seriously? Now the one wants to come in now? What the hell happened? There we go. Negrin, Mac, come on in, fellas. We'll do Emily last,
Frickin'
apparently. Saving the best for last. All right, saddle up, young men. And no fighting among you. These two are the puppies of the show. What does that even mean? J-Mac, you were here from day 1. Negrin, you came in, was it week 2 or 3?
Episode 3, Jason Antoon.
Jason Antoon, and who was the other guest? Elon Musk.
Elon Musk.
And we found out about you through Gypsy, I think.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Or you found out through Gypsy.
Yeah, I was watching the show, and there were so many things that you guys were sort of finding your way in terms of like when to cut and the lighting, and it was very red.
You felt it was
Weed issues.
You felt,
Remember?
Yeah, and thank you for dressing up, and you not so much.
We sent out an email today, and I made sure that we didn't have to wear a suit, but somehow
I just assumed suit. It's kind of a big day. It's kind of, an anniversary show. You might want to dress up for that.
Well, Robin didn't wear a suit.
Just saying.
This is what but Rotman, he only dresses to remind us that he's a Whalers fan or a Red Sox
Or a Red
fan.
Sox.
As
Yeah.
Jamie puts it.
No, actually, that's Elaine's
Oh,
quote.
Elaine's
I can't
bit. You gotta
take.
give credit to Elaine.
I can't take credit.
Elaine and Travis are here, by the way, two of our favorite friends that we met through the show and through the Twitter. And we met you through Gypsy and said there's a tech guy who's willing to come and work for Coffee and Donuts. J-Mac, you were here day one. One of Jamie's best friends came out from Pittsburgh. And through your work here, you're now in the Mahalo team.
Weird how that worked out. Totally strange that I was working on this here and then I worked here. That's just
I didn't
crazy.
want to put too fine a point on it.
No,
the
no.
connection.
No.
But so give me your guys' perspective of working on this show and the fact that was it a quick year? Because I can't believe the year's gone by. I mean, there were times when it was like a snail shit, usually while the show's on. But
Clearly with the Jane Campion episode.
with the Jane Campion was everyone's favorite. But I can't believe a year's gone by. What's your take on it? Either one of you.
It has been a very fast year. It's been fun though. I think I started just chat jockeying at first, and then it became like, oh, here's another responsibility. Here's another one. Here's another one. And not complaining, by the way, but I'm not. But it's been fun, and I hope we go for years and years and years, and I hope we get a lot of sponsors. A lot of sponsors.
But you've learned
please.
a lot, no?
No, I've learned a ton. I mean, like, my production experience coming into this was next to zero.
Right.
I did a lot of stuff with theater in college, but I never did anything remotely close to television or film or web.
Right.
And I think now I have enough experience to get a PA gig on something legitimate. Not saying this isn't. Really. Not saying this isn't.
Hey, we have been nominated for 3 Streamies.
Live production, too.
3 Streamies.
No, just,
If there was ever a word
let
in
myself
J-Mac's
out.
life that he would want to take back, it would be the word legitimate.
I'm sticking by what I said.
And he stands by it. And I don't blame you, and I like the cut of your jib, sailor.
It's terrible.
No, the truth is that this show has created relationships, and it has forged efforts in one's career, and that neither one of you, I think, perhaps expected or counted on. Certainly the work on the web series that you were both involved in as well. We mentioned Vamped Out, and got you in front of the camera, which is something that you've wanted for a while.
Thank you.
Yeah. And great editing job. You're working with Rob Legato and doing some amazing work, and I'm excited as hell. We debut a week from tomorrow. Can you believe it? Talk about we're not ready.
Well, we're going to be ready.
Okay.
By
Is that-
Wednesday, you'll have blocked pictures.
All right. Well,
on
that's
1 and
exciting.
2.
That's exciting as hell. But in terms of contributions, you've both done an amazing job on this show. There's only so much that I'm aware of with a wall between us since we moved the studio outside, work part of the studio. This is just the sandbox where the kids fuck around. But you guys are really doing an amazing job out there. And every week, how much fun is it to do the crew gag?
Oh,
That's fun.
We outdid ourselves, maybe.
Yeah.
No.
This week.
Yeah, well, maybe.
What?
It's actually, no, you don't have to know about it.
What? There's a crew gag this week?
There might be one.
Okay.
He was the one who initially suggested that, hey, why don't we do something? Because you would cut away and we'd just like wave, like, hey.
Yeah.
And he was like, why don't we be asleep? And then after that, it kind of evolved, and we're actually, after a year, getting kind of good at it.
Yeah,
but
the
I mean,
genesis of the crew gag, yeah.
Right.
And it's always dead on.
Jamie
Well, let's not get carried away.
No
Jamie
fun.
loves to bust a little balls
You
on
know,
the crew gag.
what was funny was talking about some of the earlier episodes.
Yeah.
I had sort of watched the show, and I was just kind of bold in the chat room. I was like, if I came on, I could help with this or that. And Gypsy had suggested, you can go in and help with the lighting. And I said, no, I'm not a lighting guy.
So as soon as I walk
What
in,
are you, Nick?
so
a little of everything.
As,
He gives a little.
as soon as I walk in, the only
He's a
person
jack
that I
of all trades.
recognize out of this whole place is you, and your voice I recognize because we were doing like this voice
Oh
chat.
yeah, that's
thing.
right. We were.
Yeah.
Right.
And I walk in, and the first thing you say was, "Hi, how you doing? Have some food." And then you're like, "Hey guys, the lighting guy's here." And I'm like, "Oh God!" So you remember episode 3? The lights were the dimmest that they had ever been.
Yes.
Because we were trying to get the exposure right on these silly little cameras that we were using at the time.
Right. I remember after the show thinking, I don't know who that guy was, but I think he fucked up everything. Because it was the darkest show.
It was pretty dark in here too, because we still had our crew stuff over where Sam
Right.
and Jamie sit now, and it was that light coming off of the screens was brighter than these.
Yeah.
So.
Easy.
You
I
did okay.
remember there was so many bodies in here, and it was just like blasting hot. It was like, oh, remember?
Yes. That's why from the very first show, the only piece I showed was me complaining to Tyler about how the Jews sweat, because it was always ridiculously hot in here. But anyways, I do want to thank you both very, very much, and I'm glad that you're both still here, and I hope you stay with us for as long as it's fun for you, and just wanted you to know that your contribution means a lot.
Thank you.
Really, truly. Now get back out there so we can set up the crew gag, because apparently that's all we have left.
What about Emily?
I can't believe I forgot Emily when I insisted that she would come on last by herself. I'm very sorry.
We gotta have her come on drinking.
But
yeah.
let's-
Oh, I didn't even know.
Emily,
this.
get
You
a
came
drink.
out.
Emily, grab a drink. As all I've done here at the 3-hour and 2-minute mark is to prove what I prove every week, which is I'm old and I forget shit. In this case, I forgot it within 45 seconds of saying, make sure Emily comes on last. So we're going to do Emily while you guys prepare your portion of the crew gag. But I trust Emily's in the crew gag as well. There she is. Did you get a little booze, darling? She's got her booze. I got me booze. All right.
Remember the old comic reliefs? When, like, every comedian who was on after the second hour would make the joke, they go, hey, only 67 more comedians to go.
That's where we're at, hour 3.
I was just asking if you remember that.
3
that's
hours
all.
and 3 minutes? I do remember. Welcome, Emily. Forgive me for my yet another memory relapse, as I insisted that it was time for the crew gag. Are you looking forward to the crew gag yourself?
I am, but I'm not in it.
Ah.
So once you see it, I think I should be.
All right.
Yeah.
What's with the boys club?
This is crap. I have to cut the show while all the boys go do their fun little crew gag, and I get left stranded to run everything.
Wow, you almost sound like Jamie.
We have to stick together. That's right. That's right.
Thank you so much for your contribution to the show, which has been amazing. Honestly, we had a producer, Alex Miller, who we should give thanks to for who worked on the show. I would say the first half of our year. What is the month ratio here? I'm sure I'm off.
I started January 4th.
Okay.
So I've been here about 3 months.
3 months. See, your contribution, I'm already giving you twice the credit.
That's okay.
And so, were you here for Jane Campion?
No.
Okay.
I wasn't. My first show was Uncle Joey.
Oh, your first show really was Dave Coulier?
Yeah, and I was pumped.
Yeah.
I'm from Massachusetts. This is huge to me. Meeting you that first day was like the biggest deal ever. And I wrote to my family. I was like, oh my God, all of small town Massachusetts, you all need to know that I'm doing this show.
Aw.
And my parents still don't believe me.
Well, now you have physical evidence.
I
Right?
do. Well, I sent them the website when it was finally up. I was like, look, I'm even a cartoon. They're like, that's not you.
Oh, no. We even got your voice on
I
there.
know.
She's her family sounds like my family.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
No credit for anything.
No respect. The girls here, their families have no respect.
But everyone that I've ever worked with in television back at home is like, so I'm moving out there and you'll get me a job when?
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
You've been a
Yeah.
made player now.
Apparently.
Oh, well, that's certainly a sign of the times.
I guess so.
Yeah. So you'll stay with us?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Hope so.
Yeah, please. No. Our vote is yes, please.
Excellent.
Yeah. So did you have a favorite guest other than Joey?
I think Sean William Scott has been my favorite guest of the shows I've worked. Because I did not know what to expect from him, which I think most people don't. And he was just like the most honest, generous person that
So
I
honest.
think we've had.
Heart on a sleeve.
So nice.
Opposite
so
of
nice.
Stifler.
Yeah.
In such a
So
huge
he was
way.
definitely. But I've been like trying to catch up on the old the old episodes, and I'm just jealous that I didn't get started from the beginning because there's like all these famous people that I'm like, I would have killed to meet, you know, Dana Carvey and Kevin Nealon and Seth MacFarlane and all those people.
Matthew Perry.
Matthew Perry would be awesome.
TV's Chandler.
Well, yeah, I mean, I kind of watch Friends.
Really. Little, no.
Not really.
It's okay. It's not a
I know.
pass-fail situation.
I'm
John Hamm work for you?
Nah.
I'm going through the list.
You watch your tongue, young lady.
He's hot, but I don't watch Mad Men. I don't get HBO.
All right.
It's like on AMC.
You don't need HBO. You need basic cable.
shoot.
He's on AMC.
And
you know, the important,
I don't actually work in this industry at all.
The important thing is that this was here the whole time and nobody told me. The important thing is that we brought you out on the show to find out that you thought Mad Men was on HBO.
It's true.
Yeah, that's really, if for no other reason.
Thank you. My work here is done today.
Honestly and truly, this has not been easy for you because so much work has been thrown your way, not just with this show, but all the other shows that the Overlord Cal Canis now has in the works.
Yeah, Kenny and I do all the other This Week In schedule.
It's just going to get worse if we have our way. It's just,
Yes.
and I'm doing what I can to bring in more manpower, forgive the old misogynistic phrase. But thank you so much, honestly and truly. And I hope that you'll continue to work with us and continue to have fun.
Yeah.
And I just hope I can bring back Dana Carvey and who else?
Please. What was it? Let's see. Gaffigan? No, well.
We should stop.
I'm sorry.
Your honesty is...
I'll stop.
No, listen, this table has been like a truth serum. I don't know how it works, but every time someone sits down, whatever they're thinking and feeling actually pours out of their face.
But can I tell you that
Yes,
the one
please.
person I really want you to have on, and this is totally random.
Oh, all right.
Is from Quantum Leap, Scott Bakula.
Are you
Count Bakula.
kidding? Jamie would kill.
I love Scott
Sammy,
Bakula.
can you make that happen?
Sam Beckett? Or what was his
Yes.
name? Sam Beckett? Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
No, please count
Consider it
Bakula.
done.
He's got a new show now, so he's got something to talk about, you know. So I think.
Well, is it Star Trek Enterprise?
No.
Well then.
Let's bring him out.
We'll make that happen.
All right, I've been told, sit right there,
Okay.
Emily, don't move. I've been told I need to narrate the crew gag, so they're going to show it to me.
I don't get to be on the show.
Honey, come over here and sit down. I thought we were talking
No,
before.
that's okay. It's like life.
No.
No one cares about Jamie.
You've been on the show from the beginning. Oh, I see. Everyone else sat in the chair. Emily, don't move. Jamie?
No one cares.
Jamie, come over and sit, please.
No, and then I heard J-Mac out there be like, yeah, you get to be on the show every week. So, you know, it's fine. I'll be the martyr.
No, it's...
See this? And you're not Jewish with this level of guilt you put on the people. This is shocking. I'm making you an honorary Hebrew.
I need to
Now
have
get
your
in the fucking
I
chair.
need to have your take on things, seriously. I keep forgetting
Martyr.
everything.
Get in the
Everyone's
chair.
insisting.
Come on.
You created the Larry King game. You created Tyra Paris to me. You're the head writer from day one.
You made sure
And
I got
I want
one.
to also mention
Yes, please.
that I do craft services every week, and it's a pain in the ass, and nobody helps me, and nothing. Yes, it is true. And it's the worst when you're trying to set up food, and all I have are these wolves attacking me every week, like, oh my God, I haven't eaten in 3 days. So,
Cal Canis doesn't feed the drones.
That's
why. They have the chef who comes.
I don't
cooks
get a lot of
twice a
credit,
day.
and you know, we all do a lot of hard work, and that's my bit, and everybody's piece of work is hard.
Oh.
Difficult.
I appreciate the food.
Yeah, no, I think
Thank you.
everyone appreciates it.
I don't see anybody else running to Costco every Sunday at 10 o'clock a.m. darting with the cart. It's like war. It's like
Yeah.
a war zone in there.
Tell me who your favorite guest was.
I think that my favorite was Hubel and Shear. I loved when they were talking right to the barrel of the camera,
Yeah.
yelling at my niece.
Oh my
I
God!
think it was my
And they were
favorite.
going after Jaden. That really was magical.
That was great. But they were also just very, very entertaining. I always like the comedians, any of the comedian guests.
Right.
I think I always like one of the first one, Doug Benson was fascinating.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that he did like all that extra work and stuff. And
Gaffigan.
I've seen that Captain EO 3 times. I'm still looking for you, Benson. I can't spot you. I'm still, every time I go, I check.
It's true. You come home and you report this. I looked for him again. He wasn't there.
I can't tell. There's too much stuff
We're
going on.
going next week. Maybe between the four of us, we can find him.
We'll try.
He's in there somewhere. Keckner was great. You liked him. And
Gaffigan.
Nick Swardson.
Chris Hardwick, by the way. We
Chris
haven't
Hardwick.
mentioned
I was in Disney World.
Oh, that's right.
You missed one of the best ones by far. Hardwick blew my
Amazing.
mind with how fast and how funny
I was,
he
remember
is.
I was at the Osborne Family Spectacle of Lights.
Oh, that's right.
dancing.
Yeah.
To the, and I could see the music.
And your least favorite? You're gonna go with the camping? Kenny says you're both of your.
I was like, I don't know what we were talking about in the chat room, but it was like anything to keep it like, let's go, let's get through this, you know.
Keep me awake, please.
It was bad.
Well,
But they can't all be wieners.
no, they can't all be wieners, right? Look, we've had 60 guests. You've heard me say I've done 60 movies and 6 of them were good. So I'd say our batting average is amazing for the 60 guests that we've had, right?
We've had some solid guests.
There's just been a handful of interviews that were maybe a little less interesting.
Do you have any other questions for me?
Yes, I do.
Yes.
I do. Did you enjoy having this thing catered from Lemonade today? Because I'm thinking about asking them if they want to
Elaine,
sponsor.
who I became friends with because she was a fan of the show, thank you, and now she's a friend and neighbor.
Right.
She busted ass and she helped me out a lot. It was tough because I knew I couldn't do it on my own, and she's like, if you want me to help you, and I took full advantage. It was great.
So thank her.
Thanks, Elaine.
What do you think about Lemonade? Should we try to set them up as a sponsor every week?
I would
To
love
supply
to.
food?
Well, oh my gosh. Yes, their food's amazing.
All right. We're going to call out to them, and I'm going to hit them up.
And it's cold.
And it's cold. We have
Which
to
is
worry.
which is the plus because it's like I don't have to bring anything like any crock pots or sternos or anything.
There's one last thing I need you to address, and that is the decision to stop our crew and cast from half drinking ginger ale. There'll be no more ginger ale.
It is you're cut off.
And there is a reason.
I was watching people dump full cans, at least 2 full cans a week down the drain. And then until you can prove to me that you're finishing your sodas, you're not getting it back.
Jamie's nickname, for those of you who hadn't heard, is Depression Baby. And if you waste things, they'll be taken away.
Well, I'm the one waiting in the bread line, not you guys.
I want to thank you for the Larry King game. I want to thank you for...
Do I get to do Larry King?
Oh my God, that'd be fantastic.
Do I get to do my very first? No, I want to do the very first Larry King that was ever came out of anyone's mouth. It was mine.
Yes.
Do you remember it?
It's going to embarrass the shit out of me, but of course.
All right.
There's your camera.
I was very excited.
We're going to, after this, we'll go to the crew gag. God help me. What have I done?
We're back from commercial. I got Pollock's balls bouncing off my chin. Vancouver, hello. It's the very first one.
Awesome.
That's how it all began. And now perhaps the audience knows a little more than they should.
It was Larry King, it wasn't me.
That is
You were in the
beautiful.
other room.
That is beautiful. I was in the other room, and I just heard this voice doing that what you just said, and I was pretty much doubled over as I came back into the living room laughing.
And then the birth.
And it was the birth of I had no idea what the fuck you were doing, and that's what it was, and it was killing me.
Well, Degrassi wasn't on. We were in Vancouver, and Degrassi wasn't on.
And you were bored out of your mind. Thank you so much, honestly, for making this a magical year. Truly, I'm sorry that I
Jamie Bennett.
didn't think of my
Crew
own to
pennant.
bring you over here to sit at the table. Because half the time she's yelling at me saying, I don't want to be in front of the camera. I don't want. And so.
I had some courage.
Oh, good. Couple glasses of courage.
I had some courage.
Cheers.
Yay.
Yay! Now it's time for celebration. All right. Stay right there, gals, and help me narrate the crew gag, which apparently much production was involved in. At 3 hours and 14 minutes and 43 seconds, we're going to wrap up the show with the crew gag. All right.
Wait
so
a minute.
the fellas are getting...
hell? That looks like...
It looks like Oh, the wheels have... Oh, my mic. The wheels have come off the cart as our fearless leader has agreed to give a quick spot rub down to the crew. It only took a year's worth of shows to break them. The inmates are running the asylum here. I want to thank Cal Canis and everyone at Mahalo for all that they've done for the hard work and the infrastructure of this fine institution that allows us to keep coming back here every week. They're up to, I don't know, 17, 18 million views, or I guess the unique views per month. Is that the number now? It's pretty close, right?
It's up there.
Yeah, it's remarkable. And so congratulations to all of them as well on that. And to Jamie and Emily and Sam and Kenny and Mike and J-Mac and Josh and everyone who comes here every week. And Kate, of course, out of sight, out of mind, but so true. Kate, thank you so much. And Jennifer, who's filling in today. And fans from the beginning, like Martha _S and Elaine and Ross, Owen and Travis and everyone. You know who you are, and thank you so much for all of that. We are going to do our best to come to you each and every week for as many years as the God will allow. And according to JCal, it's 10 years, 400 to 500 shows. We're going to try to book Scott Bakula. If you can help, please do. Next week, very excited, Danny Stern, the great actor Daniel Stern.
You should have had everyone pick their dream guest.
Yeah. Well, that's maybe we'll have them submitted by the crew. That's a good idea. If you have any notes or ideas and notions of what the show could be in the future, please write to us at contact@KevinPollocksChatShow.com. And it took 3 hours and 17 minutes for my voice to finally crack. All right. Happy 1 year. We'll see you next time. And as always, get out of my face.